Okay, so for my project, I made a budget. A cool one for me and my fiance, future wife. We're getting married at the end of the month, and so I thought that it would be very beneficial for us to have a budget where we can set our goals for what we want to have for the rest of the year, but then also um, see how we actually did for each month. So this first page is the goals page. So it kind of shows what we want our income to be like, what the expenses should be like, and then tuition amounts and stuff like that that we can then put into here and see how much savings we'll have over the year. And we can follow this path to make sure we have enough money to pay for my schooling and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Um, and so yeah, that's the goals page. This formula here is pretty nice. It will look up the values based off of the month in this table and put the values in this table. So you can see in August and January, there's the expenses, and in the table, that's what's there. So pretty cool. And if we move on to the actual page, this is where it gets really nice. It's a copy of everything on the first page, but you can see there's some things that are not filled in of what would be things that we would add in the course of the month that's not necessarily going to be static. So what I've done is I made 3 tables over here for food, miscellaneous, and gas. And anytime we spend money in any of these categories, we can add it to this spreadsheet. So I made a VBA macro that adds that. So if we add an expense, let's say we wanted to do food, a food expense. Okay, the description would be Cafe Rio. And let's say we spent $20 there. It adds it right in. Pretty nice. Let's say I wanted to do gas. I can then put, let's say we spent it at a Chevron gas station and put the amount of $40. Pretty cool. And if I don't type in food, miscellaneous, or gas, like it says here, it will come up with an error and say not a correct category. So it'll check that and not work and not do anything. Pretty nice. So now, at the end of the month, after all the expenses have been put in, I could just put it straight into this table manually, but I also made a macro that if I click move, it'll move the expenses straight into the table. So you can see these food and gas is right there. We didn't spend anything on miscellaneous, and I didn't put that in there. So pretty nice. And then what I can do is I can copy this and paste this straight into here, and then we can see how the amount will change. Right, so pretty cool. And then we can keep adding it in there each month. So the other thing I added here was a reset button. So at the end of the month, after I've copied and pasted that expense amount, I can click reset, resets the tables, and resets the values here so that I can start off again on the next month. So pretty cool. I think this will be really helpful for me and my fiance, and I hope you guys like it. So there you go.